Ever since the Supreme Court decision in Roe v. Wade, millions and millions of unborn children have lost their lives. And it's just not enough.
To us, the American dream is nothing. To us, the American dream is nothing.
Jo Hovind has been sentenced to 1 year in prison for 44 counts of evading bank reporting requirements. Her claim to fame is she is the wife of Kent Hovind, Christian evangelical and young earth creationist nicknamed Dr. Dino despite holding no doctorate.
And no formal education whatsoever from what we can tell.
Yeah, Kent is currently already in prison until 2015 for all types of fraud.
Mostly related to his support and proliferation of young earth creationism as a legitimate worldview and scientific theory.
Correct.
Oh wait, no, tax evasion, that's what
right,
he's in
it's
for.
not in fact a charge yet.
Although it should be.
Right. The IRS claims Kent Hovind has never filed any income taxes.
Which is pretty cool, and he shouldn't be in prison for it. I mean, tax evasion is as American as apple pie, slavery, and polygamy. But even still, what he should really be in prison for is his so-called evolution challenge.
Right. He has a $250,000 challenge where he has 5 tenets of evolution that you need to prove, and the first 4 have nothing to do with evolution.
And the last one is to prove macroevolution occurring in one generation, which we all know is impossible.
Right.
So what he really wants you to prove is not what anybody thinks, so he's really just moving the goalpost and trying to, inflate his own, crippled ego because of it. I mean, really, but like Kent Hovind, we are tax evaders. Mm-hmm. And like Kent Hovind, we have a challenge for you. It is the Graham and Kobe's
right.
200-cent challenge.
200-cent challenge, because we don't have, quite the big budget of, the average Christian evangelical. However, this is a legitimate challenge. Have a video response. If you are a Christian, only Christians and people who don't believe in evolution apply. If you are both of those things, send in a video response explaining everything, the main points of evolution, just to show you understand it. You don't have to prove or disprove anything. Just show that you understand evolution and you disagree with it and are a Christian.
Conman need not apply.
News from somewhere else.
This week in news from somewhere else, this past Friday, the day after Kobe's birthday, a terrorist threat was diffused in London where 2 cars were found containing 60 liters of gasoline, gas cylinders, and roofing nails.
Yeah, but in all fairness to these possible terrorists, I mean, my car's probably had 60 liters of gasoline, gas cylinders, and roofing nails in the back. I mean,
but unlike your birthday present, these cars were configured in such a way as to make a nail bomb.
Oh, okay, I understand.
And also, I mean, as another point to make is that a message earlier in the day had appeared on the jihadist internet forum Al-Esbah, and it said, "Today I say rejoice. By Allah, London shall be bombed."
But that's probably on there a lot, like every few posts, I wouldn't say it's necessarily connected.
Alright, but another interesting note, the message, and also messages before it, contained references to the knighthood of Salman Rushdie.
Oh, okay.
Possible motivation, I don't know.
That's why they're so upset. See, that's the thing, is they're just still jealous that Salman Rushdie is way cooler than all of their caliphs, their imams, ayatollahs, and Muhammad himself for writing one badass book.
So you think it's a case of sour grapes or something?
Yeah. Muslim penis envy, I call it.
In other news from somewhere else, inflation in Zimbabwe is now the world's highest, at 11,000% and rising.
Yeah, and it was already the world's highest about 7,000% ago. I mean, it just keeps going up. U.S. Ambassador Christopher Dell states that he believes inflation will grow to 1.5 million% by the end of this year, and that Mugabe would be forced out of power by hyperinflation possibly in a matter of weeks.
On the black market currently, the money trades for 140,000 to 1 with the U.S. dollar.
And if you have 2 or 3 U.S. dollars in your pocket, you have several 100,000 Zimbabwe dollars.
And an adventurously minded young American could stand to make a little bit of money in this. If you know a black market money trader, you could possibly buy up a significant quantity of Zimbabwean money and then wait for the next military coup to happen. And given Africa's track record, that could be maybe by the end of July.
Yeah, probably.
Mid-July, if the stars are aligned correctly. And after this happens and inflation even decreases to half of what it is right now, you can resell the money and double your profits.
At least double. You can make a sizable profit. The American dream.
In Zimbabwe.
Hell yeah!
Egypt has put forward a complete ban on female genital mutilation.
Hell yeah!
Now, some of our Egyptian friends may know, about 10 years ago, there was already a ban on female genital mutilation.
But that wasn't really a ban, it was more like, oh no, you naughty little ingrates, you can't touch the clitorises and labias with your probably very rusty knives and surgical equipment.
Right, but now they say it's a real ban and they're actually going to punish the women and doctors who perform this on innocent little girls.
I mean, really, I think it's no surprise that development can be tracked with the number of clitorises that are in the country.
Yeah, I mean, the more clitorises there are, the happier everybody is. That's why people aren't very happy in Somalia or Egypt.
I mean, you can take a look at what a country thinks about vaginas and really kind of tell you, like, right where they're at, as far as, like, you know...
Really, Egypt, they're living in 2000, you know, BCE.
No, not even BCE. 2000 WBWMSFTH.
What's that?
Way back when motherfuckers still fronted too hard. Yeah!
Hell yeah!
3 Native Americans in South Dakota were arrested by tribal police for setting up a roadblock and searching cars illegally for alcohol because there's an alcohol ban in their tribe, and they were taking matters into their own hands by trying to enforce this because nobody really does.
The Great Spirit helps those who help themselves.
Hell yeah.
Get your hands in the air for a special report. Get your hands in the air for a special report. Motherfuckers, you know it's a special report.
This week's special report is about smoking and smokers and how they're portrayed in the media. I don't know about y'all, but I recently saw a movie called Knocked Up, wherein there was shown extensive use of pot, alcohol, and mushrooms, and only 2 shots of anyone actually smoking a cigarette. The first shot, they're just kind of panning through, maybe looking at a broader scene, and one person just happened to casually have a cigarette out. And in the second shot, the person was actually never shown smoking on scene. The cigarette was kept off camera at all times, but then just kind of the smoke would waft up into the shot occasionally. This caused me to ask a pretty critical question. Why are people such pussies about smoking? I mean, 25% of all adults smoke, and this country is practically founded on the many tobacco fields that exist in the South. So why do people just kind of shy away from this hobby? I mean, it's some sort of neo-puritanical obsession with hygiene, really. They think smoking is dirty, it's unclean, it's terrible, it's a bad decision. I mean, and arguably it is, but people are not averse to making bad decisions, and they're not averse to showing them on film. I mean, take a look at Jack Bauer, running around in his gas-guzzling SUV practically every episode. Or look at every character on House who's probably had a dangerous extramarital affair, or done something else that has significantly jeopardized their health. They're not averse to showing that, they're just averse to showing this. I mean, another example, besides just in the media, is I go to college, for example. I mean, at college, you can smoke a little pot, you can drink a little bit, you can even commit an occasional act of date rape, and still, the general response is boys will be boys. But I mean, if you smoke, all the same negative epithets and expressions are leveled against you, and there's really no reason for why that should be the case. I mean, yes, people have the habit of doing dumb shit all the time. That is one of the most common aspects of the human condition as I understand it. However, one of the critical messages we try to get across in the new law is go big or go home. If you're going to do something, do it right. If you're going to try to show what adults do, actually show what adults do. Even if you only get it right, most of the time, it's still better than just shying away from a subject because you think it makes you smell yucky. Special report.
Beast of the Week.
This week's beast is David fucking Hume. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's a philosopher from Scotland who just fucking tore shit up for his entire life. And when he wasn't doing that, he was playing pool. Because he said you can still be a philosopher and a man at the same fucking time. I don't even think that. Anyway, I don't know if y'all have heard, but in philosophy, the fucking turnover rate from ideas is so fucking immense. One generation, all your ideas are thrown out. You're nothing, you're dead, except for him. His ideas have stood the test of time. Fucking go to Wikipedia and never leave his page.